Very good morning. I'm sure you're all engineers, right? Let me remind you the law of conservation of energy. What does it say? Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but transforms from one to another. So if we were to be energetic on the stage, we cannot create energy. We look up to you to transform your energy. So with that, good morning. That's much better. Firstly, I thank our Honorable Chairman, Laura Garu, the Chief Guest, Chakravarti Garu, and rest of all the dignitaries on the stage. And I thank God for this wonderful opportunity to stand in front of you and to talk to you few words and then see if I can ignite these young minds. Let me ask you a couple of questions. When you studied in your textbooks, have you studied that India is a developing nation? If your answer is yes, shout a big yes. Have you studied India is a developing nation? Yes. Now, if at all we ask the same question to our parents, a generation, I would say, before us, what would be their answer? Is India a developing nation? Yes. Let's go one step behind, at least to our grandparents, if at all they are educated. And if at all we ask them, what is that you have studied in your textbooks? The answer would be India was a developing nation. So, with more than 75 years that we were recognized as a nation, we have been consistently reading that one single statement that India is a developing nation. Now, let me ask you a question. How many of you want to change that phrase for your next generation? Raise your hands. Only few? Only few? Very good. Do you know that you and I have this great ability and opportunity to change those lines in the textbooks? Do you believe? If you believe, say yes. No. Very weak yes. Have you had your breakfast? No, I'm sorry. But that's okay. Do you believe that we have the ability and the opportunity to change that? Well, you might think, oh my God, if at all I commit that I have the ability and opportunity, then probably from tomorrow onwards my professors would be asking, when are you changing the destiny of the country? But let me tell you guys, as our chairman sir mentioned, what are the biggest companies right now in the world? For example, let us take those examples. Uber. How many cars does Uber own? How many cars does Uber own? It is the largest cab aggregator, correct? In the world. How many cars does it manufacture or own? 0. Now we also have companies such as Amazons and Flipkarts, which are ruling the world. How many of those entire product catalogs do they produce? Our own pride, the nation's pride which is spreading across the world, Oyo. Very strong startup in the hospitality. How many hotels does Oyo own? Now, what does that mean? It means that all you need is an idea with innovation and an ability to execute that idea. Repeat with me. Idea with innovation. Come on, repeat. Idea with innovation and ability to execute. You don't need money. You don't need people around. You don't need any of those things. In fact, look at your name. Srujanakura. Srujanatvamu. Srujanatmitkata. Ante enti? Creativity. The other extension of that word is innovation. Are you able to follow? The other extension of that Srujana means innovation. And Ankura is the beginning. And I want to encourage you all that let this be the day where innovation begins in our lives. Well, you might ask, innovation? Oh my goodness, we were not taught innovation. We were taught, I would say, the Fleming's right-hand rule. We were taught Faraday's principle. We were taught what is friction. We were taught what is gravitational force. But what is this innovation? Let me tell you, we are very fortunate because by the way we are wired, all Indians in their innovation index are much higher in their average when compared to rest of the world. If one road to our college blocks, what do you think? You're coming from your home to the college, and if one road blocks, what do you think? How do we identify the alternatives to reach my destination? That's exactly what we call as innovation. How do we do things in a better way? How do we build processes in a better way? How do we build better products so that the life of others is made easy? And this is exactly what is called as innovation. Simple. Lunch boxes serve చేసేవాళ్ళు ఎవరు ముంబైలో డబ్బావాలా. They serve lunch boxes to everybody who are in the corporates. Now one idea is picked up from there, and now it has become one of the strong unicorns, Swiggy. Right? What is so great about it? In fact, while I was doing in my 10th standard, that's around in 2002-2003, computers are not as rampant as it is. So in one of the science exhibitions, I was explaining the computer saying that you can order whatever you want through this computer and you will receive it. While I was explaining it, I was confused. If I order a book or if I order a pen, will it protrude out of this monitor? Will that get manufactured inside the CPU or inside the monitor? That was the thought. But now, from nail pin to helicopter, you can order at the click of a button. Are you here with me? Yes. If it is yes, say a strong yes. Are you here with me? So innovation is something that we all have. What we need to do is, we need to acknowledge that. We need to look at the problems that we have. The first, again, going back to the first question, how do you think you have the ability to solve the problems? Let me tell you. If at all India has become a third and fourth economy right now in the world and inching towards the second, the reason is because of the exploding startups in the country. We have such a diverse population, we have such a diverse demographical conditions, and we have such a diverse set of problems that if each one of us pick up one such problem to make life better for our fellow Indians, let me tell you, your idea will have an opportunity to be one of the unicorns spreading across the world. So all you need to do is identify the problems that are around you, work out, think, explore on how you can solve those problems and add a bit of Srujanakura. That means add a bit of innovation to it. When you bring innovation and when you bring implementation together, let me tell you, no one can stop you. Well, before I end up, let me remind you this. You might be thinking, let me now prepare for placements, let me get placed, let me work for a few years, make some money, and then I will work on the startup. Gone are those days. Gone are those days. In fact, probably your college timings are 9 to 5, 9 to 6. 9 to 5, 9 to 6 is your time of academics. But what matters is, what are you doing from 6 p.m. in the evening to 9 a.m. in the morning? Everyone has dreams. Everyone dreams when they go to bed. But are you able to make a dream that is not allowing you to sleep? I'm talking about those dreams. I'm talking about those bolder and those bigger dreams that are not letting you, that will not allow you to rest until you start working towards those dreams. 6 p.m. to 9 a.m. is your time. Work on the problems. Identify the solutions. If you have doubts, you have professors and the entire academic fraternity with you, your friends. Let me tell you, you will not find cheap co-founders as you find them in the college. Do you agree with me? If you want to go out and start a startup, every co-founder will ask at least 50% stake and huge money. But your friends can be your co-founders who can work just for the cause of friendship. You never know that by the time you pass out of your engineering, you might be coming to your college not to attend interviews, but to recruit your own friends. And that ability and that opportunity is in all of us. If at all we were to change those lines in the textbook that India is a developed nation, The opportunity and the ability is in us. What all we need is bring innovation and execute those innovative ideas flawlessly and use the entire fraternity that you have. And let me tell you, the college time is the best time because you have no financial obligations. You don't have to send monthly salary to your parents. Stay is taken care, your food is taken care, your education is taken care. You have the most important virtue in the world, that is called freedom and freedom of time. Invest the time rightly that you have between 6 p.m. to 9 a.m. Use any of such kind of opportunities that you get. Start working on the problems that you find around. Add a bit of innovation. Let me tell you, we will find startups and we will identify unicorns from the people around us. With this, I really feel honored and privileged to be able to be here and then share some words of this ignition with you. I hope that these words would ignite your minds and these words will disturb you and will not allow you to sleep. With this is Rajeev YSR, your coach, your mentor, your friend and your guide, signing off for today. All the very best, Vignan.